religious thinking. No, that's a word that fudges. There's something I like Paul Vanderklay to bring back. Words that fudge. Paul, you got to bring back words that fudge. You know, like make a whole list of them and do like an episode on new words that fudge.
Hi, this is Paul. Via ordination by YouTube comment, I apparently am the pastor of the intellectual dark web. And as the pastor of this motley crew, I want to call attention to what may become a series that I'm calling Words That Fudge. And the first word I'm going to pick on is the word spiritual. That might not be quick. Words that fudge, literal. Literal has become a very fudgy word. Now, the second month in a row, I'm going to pick up on Jonathan Peugeot's December Patreon question and answer, and I feel bad for John because he's an artist and he's getting a pastoral question. So let's hear what this person asks him, because it's a good question. I'm going to continue my series, Words That Fudge, and this month's word that fudges is saved or salvation. And if you're in an evangelical Christian community, this is a code word for going to heaven when you die. This is my latest installment in my ongoing series, Words That Fudge. And this week's fudgy word is religion. Now, it's sort of a Words That Fudge video, and it's a video about the resurrection because I want to talk about the word reality. And I'm going to follow up on the video I posted Monday, and this might be categorized under my Words That Fudge series because I want to talk about religion and how we use this word and how difficult this word to use is. Hi, this is Paul. For the last number of days, I've been trying to get my head around, probably the last number of weeks, trying to get my head around how to approach the questions that I've been wrestling with. And perhaps the definition of secular is the best way to go about it. Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to do a video on hardlining and what I'm going to call grime-lining. Hi, this is Paul. I've still got Scott Adams in my feed, even though I never watch his videos unless a whole bunch of you will say, oh, you got to see this, and then I'll go look it up. Because I use you to filter the internet. I really do. Because if enough of you think it's important, then I've got the algorithm plus you, and I find value in the algorithm, and I find value in you. A part of what, usually when I do a conference like this or a tour like in Europe, certain key words begin to emerge and certain key themes. I'm a preacher, and so I'm a gospel word gardener. I'm a word gardener. I'm always looking for words and finding the right words. And part of what sleepwalking sort of became an image and a metaphor that really began to grab me in terms of the conversation about consciousness. And I had that in my I don't know if I use sleepwalking in my conversation with the New World podcast. If you hadn't watched that podcast, the thumbnail is up here on the screen from the New World. I'm eventually gonna post that on this channel too. But I thought that was a tremendous conversation. I didn't know Jella at all, and I don't Van Bardewijk. That would probably be something close to his last name. I didn't know him at all, but we had a few minutes to talk before we did the podcast, and he had seen at least some of my stuff, and it was great. It was a great conversation. I really enjoyed it, and I was at that point just sort of overwhelmed with the way that Europe is sort of walking through Christendom, sleepwalking. These videos come out. I'm gonna have will I follow through? I don't know. I have 10 videos in my head for every one I make. That's just the reality of it. And I'm out of time and I gotta go.